She was jailed, exiled, humiliated, yet she returned to make history as Africa's first elected female president. This is the story of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Born October 29, 1938 in Monrovia, Liberia, into a society deeply shaped by privilege, class, and historical divides, her father Jamel Kani Johnson was the first indigenous Liberian to sit in Liberia's national legislature. Now, of course, this exposed Ellen Johnson to politics at a very early age. Now, although she grew up with some education and opportunity, she clearly saw the divide that was in the country at the time. There was a very clear inequality in the society between the elites and the poor in the country. And this is how the seed for leadership was planted in her from a very early age. At just the age of 17, Ellen was married to James Sirleaf, and by her early 20s, she already had 4 children. Well, to many, they expected her to settle into these roles of motherhood and parenthood, but she had bigger dreams. She decided not to settle for this. She wanted to understand the economics and governance of her country and really wanted to get down to what kept Liberia underdeveloped as compared to other African countries and countries all over the world. And guess what happened? This hunger for knowledge took her abroad, and she went to the US, to the University of Colorado, and later to Harvard University. In 1971, she earned a master's degree in public administration from Harvard University, which later shaped her into one of Africa's greatest leaders. After her studies, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf returned back to Liberia with sharp economic insights and that fire to reform her country. In the 1970s, she served under the government of William Tolbert, where she served as an assistant finance minister. Her courage to speak against corruption and mismanagement quickly earned her good respect in the country, and as well, it actually brought controversy. Now, at this time, Liberia was bracing itself for a very turbulent time because they were getting into the 1980s, a time when Samuel Doe led a bloody coup to overthrow the government. Now, of course, she was a big critic of Samuel Doe, which actually landed her into jail twice with several death threats. Now, of course, when she got out of jail, she found herself in exile, where she actually worked for different international institutions, including the World Bank and the United Nations. Now, with this experience, it enabled her to form very good partnerships because of the good reputation she had built herself through speaking truth to power for the African continent. Now, in 1997, after several years of civil war, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ran for president against Charles Taylor. Although she lost amid an atmosphere of intimidation, she became a symbol of resistance against tyranny, and in 2005, history was made. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected the 24th president of Liberia, becoming Africa's first elected female head of state. I'll tell you this victory was more than political. It was a symbol of unity in a country that was torn by civil war and social divide, especially with most of the women being marginalized. Ellen Johnson's presidency was not without challenges. She inherited a country that was ravaged by a 14-year civil war with broken infrastructure, a widespread poverty, and a big mistrust from the population when it came to the governance. Her administration worked tirelessly to rebuild Liberia's institutions, and she prioritized debt relief. She was able to secure billions of foreign debt forgiveness, and she was able to invest in education and healthcare, which enabled the country get back onto the right track. Now, of course, she's also remembered for being a strong advocate for women's rights. She always urged young girls to actually believe further than what the society actually expected them to have. Her leadership gained global recognition, and in 2011, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. This was, of course, for promoting women's safety and also her participation in peace building. Now, it's also very important to understand and know that her impact goes far beyond Liberia. She's actually looked at as a Pan-African symbol, a reminder that leadership, resilience, and wisdom are not bound by gender. She basically showed the world that African women are not just participants in history, they are shapers of destiny. Now, as we drive this home, I want to leave you with an African proverb that goes, "A bird does not change its feathers because the weather is bad." So basically what we learn from this, especially from Johnson Sirleaf's story, is that for her to become president, she had to overcome so many challenges, especially those challenges that we have in society, that maybe a woman can't do this or a girl cannot do this. She had to overcome all that. Even with the arrests and the exile, this didn't stop her to actually finally see her country do better. Now, it's at this point when I say thank you for watching, and for more African stories, remember to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out when we release a new video. And for more African content, please check out this next video for you to watch more.